and welcome again to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown, sweaty Marion, Illinois. A little hot. Today is July 2nd, Tuesday. All of the items you will see here today in this video will go on sale Wednesday, July 3rd at Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. We're going to start off this week with one of the Legends half-scale busts. It is Jack Skellington. There's only 1,000 of these made. They are kind of hard to get, and we're tickled that we're on the A-list with them, so we seem to be getting quite a few of the ones we order. So we're excited by that, but we're going to start off this week with our Jack Skellington half-scale bust. Then we move over to the Funko Pop world, and we have some of the Batman movie moments. Batman versus the Joker. It looks like things are not going well for Jack Nicholson on top of the building. So that looks pretty wild. We have several of those. And then we're going to go into the comics. And we're starting off this week with DC issue 12, the last issue of Adventures of the Super Sons. And it's been a very good run. Great job, DC. Sad to see it end, but I'm sure we'll see it come back at some point in the future. Marvel is up next with issue 1 of Arrow. And as always, we show the variants. And in our top 5 covers of the week is the Stanley Lau Art Germ variant for Arrow, issue 1. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Nice work. Marvel is again up next with issue 5 of Age of X-Man, Prisoner X. And then DC is up next with issue 36 of Batgirl. And as we always do, we show the beautiful variant covers from DC, and that is the Batgirl 36 variant cover. Absolutely gorgeous. Next up from DC and IDW is issue 3 of Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, volume 3. This has been very, very good so far. Very popular in the store. That's the standard cover, and then we also carry some of the Eastman variants as well, which are just fantabulous. Then up next we have from Image Publishing issue 37 of Birthright. Marvel is up next with Captain America and the Invaders, issue 1, part of the Bahamas Triangle. And then the variant edition for that is right there. Marvel's up next again with issue 5 of Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History. Issue 5 on that. DC comes in next with issue 3 out of the 6 scheduled Deceased. A great run so far. And a great cover on that. 2 of our top 5 covers of the week are the variants. We have the what they call their cardstock variants. That's the Superman Deceased and our Wonder Woman Deceased variant cover. Really, really great looking covers. Marvel is up next with issue 9 of Dead Man Logan. And then DC is up again with Deathstroke issue 45. And again, part of their cardstock variant series. We're going to give that one actually cover of the week. That is just absolutely gorgeous. It was a very tight race this week. But Deathstroke 45 gets cover of the week for its variant, cardstock variant. Aftershock is up next with issue 3 of Descendant. Very good book. DC is up again with Doom Patrol, issue 1, Weight of the Worlds. And then DC Vertigo comes in next with issue of 11 of The Dreaming. Mr. Fox is accused of being dreamy. Marvel is up next with issue 1 of The Fantastic Four, The Prodigal Son. And then also coming from DC, we have issue 6 out of 6, so the final issue on this one as well. Female Furies, or as we like to say, Female Furries. Next up from DC as well, we have Green Lantern issue 9 from Grant Morrison. Many people really enjoying this run. And then the beautiful variant cover made our top 5 covers of the week. Great job, DC, as always. Up next, also from DC, we have part of the Year of the Villain, Harley Quinn, issue 63. And then, as we always do, the beautiful variant covers, which this week it's one of the cardstock variants and one of our top 5 covers of the week. Very whimsical Harley Quinn variant for issue 46, I believe. 63, sorry, issue 63. Up next is Ignited, issue 2 by Mark Waid. Issue 1 went over fairly well here in the shop. Marvel comes up next with issue 20 of the Immortal Hulk. Great cover on the front of that. And then the Immortal Hulk Carnageized variant. DC comes in next with Justice League issue 27. And again, one of their cardstock variants. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. From Arthur Adams. But issue 27 of Justice League cardstock variant. Also from DC, we have issue 1 out of the 12 scheduled for Lois Lane. And then the beautiful variant cover, which we did put in our top 5 just because it's DC and I'm somewhat biased. So we went ahead and put that in our top 5 covers of the week. But just a wonderful, wonderful variant there. Speaking of female furries, we have issue 10 of Man-Eaters. Alterna Comics comes in next with volume 2, issue 1 of Midnight Mystery, City of Ghosts. These are great comics. They run them out at $1.50 a piece, kind of like the old days, and just really, really do a good job with it. Also from Alterna Comics out this week, The Mighty Mascots, and that is issue 2 of that one. And again, another $1.50 issue, and just really, really good. Well done. Next up from Marvel, we have The Magnificent Ms. Marvel, issue 1, annual. So that's the annual. IDW is up next with one of Mr. Fox's favorites, issue 79 of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Marvel is up next with one of their facsimile editions. This will be attempted to be sold to Mr. Fox for high dollars for about the next 2-3 years. New Mutants facsimile edition. So get ready to see that at comic shops all across America with meth heads trying to peddle them to us. Next up from Tokyo Pop, issue 11 of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Zero's Journey. And Mr. Fox took Zero to prom, I think. If I remember that properly. I think she was Zero. Next up from Marvel, issue 7 of Old Man Quill. Image Publishing is up next with issue 1 of Postal Deliverance. This is kind of volume 2 of the Postal run for Image, and the first one went over very, very well received. Marvel's up next with issue 13 of The Punisher. And then Dynamite Publishing almost made our top 5 just for the boobs alone, but not quite. But we have issue 6 of Red Sonja. Marvel comes up next with issue 3 of Savage Avengers. And then the Carnageized variant of issue 3, Savage Avengers. Just gorgeous. Great idea, Marvel. Great idea. Image comes to us next with probably the title of this week in terms of anticipation in our store. This is a Jason Aaron story written for Image Publishing called Sea of Stars. That's the standard issue, and then we have several variants. That's one of the several variants we got. The others Mr. Fox forgot to bring over for the video. So we'll go right on next to Marvel's Secret Warps Annual #1, Soldier Supreme. Image comes up next with issue 4 of Section 0. Very interesting title. Mr. Fox is reading this one as well. That's a standard copy. And then, as always, the beautiful variants. IDW is up next with issue 18 of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think that's who Mr. Fox took to prom, was the Hedgehog. That's what it was. And speaking of highly anticipated images, this is highly anticipated image title from Mark Millar, entitled Space Bandits. And this is one Mr. Fox did remember to bring over the variants for. So that's one of the Space Bandits variants. And there's another variant for Space Bandits. And another beautiful variant for Space Bandits. And then yet another Space Bandits variant. So as you can see, we believe in image and Mark Millar here at Fox's. And that's a great #1. Time to pick that up and jump in before you get behind. Marvel is up next with issue 10 of Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. Sorry, I had to crush a spider there on the table. All right. Next up from IDW, issue 3 of Star Trek Year 5. Marvel is up next with Star Wars Age of Resistance, Finn, issue 1. We're beginning to beat this horse to death, Marvel. Let's think about maybe what we're doing here. Next up is also from Marvel, Star Wars Target Vader. Feels as if they've targeted my wallet, but I don't know. Next up from DC, we have issue 1 of Superman, Up in the Sky. And you do have to say it with that voice. So, boy, this sounds like the girl Mr. Fox took to prom. Next up from Image, Thumbs, issue 2. And believe me, Thumbs can make you issue 2. I'm just going to tell you right there. IDW is up next with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ongoing, issue 95. Marvel comes in next with Uncanny X-Men 21. And then, of course, we have the poorly drawn Uncanny X-Men Carnageized variant, because if you're going to bother doing that, why not have a third grader draw your art for you? So great job, Marvel, on that. Action Lab comes in next with issue 3 of Voracious Appetite for Destruction. Up next from Image, issue 193 of The Walking Dead. And then from DC, to wind us up, we have issue 24 of Warren Ellis's The Wild Storm. So as you can see, a pretty good week here at Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. If you get an opportunity, come and see us on Wednesday, July 3rd, or as we like to say, July 4th Eve. Thanks.